What's up guys, we're back. So in my last video I planted a couple trees and I gave you guys some choices for an A-type that we needed to plant next to my B-type edronal. So results are in, let's see. So here's my reed brocal on Dusa, and I planted this in my last video and we got some new growth. Look at that, doing great. So this is what it looks like today, Halloween Eve, I guess, October 30th 2022, Sunday. Another beautiful day in Southern California. For me it hit 86 degrees, so that's great, and the trees are loving it. It's not too hot, still some sunlight, trees are pushing out new growth. So I showed you guys this the last time. Look what it's doing right now on the reed. It's forming nicely here. So as you know, here's my edronal, which is a B-type, doing great. And I said, what should I plant over here? So here it is, results are in. Everybody seems to say I need to plant this guy. So what is this guy? This guy is a gem avocado. So here it is, got it in the ground. The gem is an A-type. This one I actually got from Laverne Nurseries. So Laverne did a shipment to Lowe's. I bought it and I kind of held on to it in a pot and allowed the gem to kind of get a little bigger, which it's doing nicely. This particular one is a little bit more strong compared to the other ones that I've gotten from Laverne. As you can see, here is the stem, here's the graft right here, and everything up is good size now because I left it in a pot. So ended up doing a gem right next to my edronal. But what else did I do? I decided to go ahead and just double up. Here's my next gem. I did 2 gems today, October 30th. This one's doing nicely too. I had a couple issues with a dead branch. I cut it out. I didn't water it. I forgot to water it. So this part died off. But overall, this thing kind of made a comeback. So I just left it in a pot, and this one also was a pretty good sized stem. So that's kind of what I look for when I'm picking out trees. I just look at the root ball section. I just look at this. So if this is nice and big, I know that the root ball is nice and strong. So really should help. Even though this one kind of died back right there on this section right here, I knew that it was going to make a comeback, so I kind of held on to it. And look what it looks like right now. It's kind of doing great. So thanks for all who voted. I did get a couple of other people voted for the lamb, which I debated. And I was actually going to do a Don Galogli, but I decided that I'm going to put a Don Galogli in a different spot. So here it is, gem number, actually this is gem number 2 in the ground, and then this is gem number 3 in the ground. So it's going to be a good year for next year, so we'll see how it goes. So as you know, I do my normal planting routine, which is a little bit raised. So I need a ton of mulch all over it. The one thing I didn't do, which I need to do, is apply a little fertilizer, so I'm going to do that right now. So I like to throw on a little slow release granule, especially with new young avocados like this, and kind of water it in really nicely. So as you can see, I already got my water irrigation kind of set up to it. These little micro sprays, that blue thing right there. So those have been great. This particular brand not necessarily that good, but it was really cheap. I mean, I think I bought like a 50 pack for like $12 from Amazon. So relatively inexpensive for all of the trees I got, and it works okay. There's other brands that are a little better, but I was looking to just buy it and test it out, and so far I've been using them and they've been really good. So the spray pattern, as you know, it's a micro spray, so it does apply less water, but that kind of works out for me because I apply less water and do it multiple times in a day, which allows the water to kind of you know, slowly trickle down, and it allows the roots to kind of get a little drink throughout the day. But it is winter time right now, so I've been adjusting my watering schedule, and I hope you guys adjust your watering schedule too, because even though it's 85 degrees, 86 degrees, it is less sunlight throughout the whole day because the sun sets a little earlier and comes up a little later, so you got less sun. But when it's hot, like 85, 86, it's good to just give it a drink. So that's kind of what I do. And you know, just little drinks throughout the day is something that kind of helps it. So I figure since I'm out here, I'm going to share some other stuff with you guys right now. Let's talk about my Jan Boyce. So here's my Jan Boyce. An animal kind of ate it, and it dropped off, but I was able to kind of just, it's not even ready yet. I mean, this is way early, so I just left it on the table. It softened up and then ripened a little bit, so I had a little piece just to see what it tastes like, and wow, it's good. So I'm excited because I only have like 3 fruit left on there, and I really hope it makes it all the way to the end before all of my critters or UFOs eat them all up. So I'll show you them in a second here. All right, so here's the last 3 remaining. You can see there's 1, 2, and 3, and the tree's doing just fine, and it's kind of just going straight up and then spreading up there. But you know, 3 left, and I was trying one that, I mean, an animal ate, and it still softened up, and it was still pretty good. This is way early, and it was still really good. So I'm excited for this tree in the future and getting lots of fruit off of it, I hope. So we'll see. Okay, let's get back to the gem and how we're working it into our little mini grove here. So why did I agree to go ahead and just do the gem? Part of it is because gems are supposed to be smaller, and I put the second one right there, so doing it a little closer, it's probably about 8 to 9 feet apart. Hard to tell from the video, but that's kind of the distance. And it's supposed to be more of a small compact tree, which is good for us in this section, so I can kind of manage it a little better. And it's going to be one of those really good tasting fruit, and even though the tree is small, it fruits really well and less alternate bearing, and the fruit's a little bigger than it has, so that's a win for me. So excited to have this thing finally in the ground. So I still got more pots of avocados that I need to put into the ground. I haven't done my Don Glogli yet, but I need to do that. It is one of the higher priority because the Don Glogli I don't have in the ground yet, and gems I already have 1 in the ground, so you know, got to get that guy in soon also. All right, got the water running to it right now. Just wanted to show you guys what this little micro spray does. And if you turn, there's a knob on the top. If you turn it, it actually can apply more water, a bigger diameter of water also. I have it a little small right now because the root ball right now is kind of small, so kind of makes sense to me. But I'll put a link down below for the brand that I got, which is this blue one from Amazon. So if you guys are interested in getting something like this, works okay. You get a 50 pack for relatively cheap. And if you're like me, who has a bunch of avocados, and you know, it's better to buy better ones, I would recommend. But you know, I just wanted to try these out, and they work okay. They're just fine. Eventually, we're gonna upgrade to bigger spinners probably as the trees get a little bit bigger. So, like I always say, you guys gotta stay hydrated. That's what we're doing right now. These trees are staying hydrated. Have a great weekend and enjoy the rest of the day. And thanks for being a part of the journey. All right, talk to you guys later. See ya.